My name is Craig Butts.
And I'm Sharon Butts.
I'm the president
And I'm the secretary
of Unity in the Community, Inc., right here in Savannah, Georgia. And we do one of our largest events down on River Street every third weekend of the month, starting in the 2017 year in April.
Because we are the co-founders of Unity in the Community, we were asked to speak at the Kwanzaa celebration in Savannah, Georgia in 2016. And we were asked to speak on Umoja, which is unity, the first principle of Kwanzaa. What you are about to hear is the speech that we gave on that night.
We hope that you enjoy it. We hope at the same time, in turn, you pass it on to others which are in your universal family. Thank you.
Thank you. Umoja. Family, community, nation, human race. There are steps on the ladder to real unity. It starts at a small, manageable level and expands to a totally comprehensive level. In other words, when we speak of unity within the family unit, we can say it starts with the people we live with and grew up with, those with our same last name, and expands to the human family. In reality, people having your same last name or being blood doesn't necessarily mean they will think of you like family or treat you in a family manner. But when someone decides to extend that family through marriage, well, unity does not automatically come with it either. For example, most of our family do not think we are good together as a couple, or what we do here in Savannah is really significant.
Within most communities, there are roadblocks to unity. The cliquishness and clannish attitudes of people towards so-called outsiders is one obstruction or obstacle. But not everyone plays that game. Fortunately, we have found a lot of people like us who believe we are part of the human family and are not limited to our last name. Knowing that not everyone plays that separation game is where the hope for true unity lies. We have met young people like those who work with us in Unity Community who do not play the same game. As for example, Ben Adams, who is our entertainment manager, who is also called Protocol, and his friends who consider themselves brothers and sisters because of the close relationships they created during childhood friendship. These relationships have continued even to adulthood. Over the years, we have been grafted into families of people. We've recently met and grafted people into our families. There are people who welcome children. There are people who welcome children into their home as foster parents and provide the love of family to a child who may be lacking in it in a healthy way. There are children who understand their parents, have unlimited boundaries for the word family, and will bring home their friends in a need of family. They are called extended families. Unity does not have limitations.
At some point, we forget that the family unit does not have limitations. When we look back at the level of our enslaved ancestors, even though they came from different tribes and countries, there was a sense of unity that they realized was necessary for the survival of the whole, the human family. When a mother was sold away, someone took the children and raised them as their own, with the same nurturing love they gave their natural children. When a child, husband, or father was sold or sent away, those left behind were grafted into another unit. No one was left to feel alone. In the early to mid 1900s, as depicted in the movie Lackawanna Blues, many cities, especially larger cities, had boarding homes where black people looking for a better or different life landed in a place where they needed family. In the movie, S. Epatha Merkerson played a character who owned a home and rented rooms to people. Also in the movie was Rosie Perez, Hill Harper, Terrence Howard, and Mos Def. But she, as the homeowner and the one who ran it, was the one everyone could depend on. Her house was the gathering place, the safe place, the place for a meal, the place for real talk, the place where problems could be solved because you could trust there was someone in the family of that home who could help and would help. The place where unity and community meant extended family. I grew up able to understand that because my great-grandmother had 4 children when she married a man who had about 7 children. The idea of mother, father, brother, and sister within that combined family was so strong, I was an adult before I learned we were not of the same blood, and it didn't matter. My great-grandmother was mama to all of them.
But the other side of the picture comes from those who were descendants of African indentured servants. As a result, my family's idea of family unit is quite different from hers. My grandmother in my past family were indentured servants, and my grandfather was a product of the orphanage of his time, being a teenager around the 1900s or 1920s in California. There was no blood family connection and no community connection for him. Void of the sense of unity, he spread more of a word family concept of unity. It was expansive without limits. In fact, my mother and her brothers and sisters, my uncles, before the oldest uncle of mine died, I had him and my mom get together on the phone to talk. And I was willing to pay my mom the ability to actually come to visit her brother before he passed away. While they were on the phone and I was doing the teleconference with them on the phone, they both said to each other and to me that they did not need to come see each other physically whatsoever. They already knew that each other loved each other, and there was no need for them to have to take the time out to go see each other. And they both passed away without seeing each other physically after being apart for years. That, in turn, was different for me, and I understood much more that blood is not necessarily family, that love is more to be at the base of family instead. Now, today, there are many who refuse to give value to the individual who appears alone in the world. When you meet someone for the first time, the question should not be, what church do you belong? What particular political circle do you belong? What particular club do you belong? What particular hood do you belong? What side of the town or city do you belong? It should be, welcome to my family, the human family.
On that note, we'd like to leave you to ponder some wise sayings that have to do with unity. There's no better exercise for the heart than reaching down and picking people up.
Real royalty assumes no attitude of racial superiority.
Within the universe, humans are supposed to be beings who share their energy with each other and not take one another's energy and not give back anything in return. You see, we did not come to this planet to give our power away to others. We came here to grow as a collective group of beings. And if the beings we are dealing with are not playing the same game as we are, we need to shift and change those relationships.
The only people whom you should try to get even are those who have helped you.
A helping hand doesn't need to be big in size. It is the helping attitude that matters the most.
Kindness and loving people more than they deserve. No, kindness is loving people more than they deserve.
There comes a time in your life when you have to let go of all the pointless drama and the people who create it, and surround yourself with people who make you laugh and so hard that you forget the bad and focus solely on the good. After all, life is too short to be anything but happy.
The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer.
Being a male is a matter of birth. Being a man is a matter of age. Being a gentleman is a matter of choice.
Speak to a child if they are the wisest, kindest, most beautiful, magical humans on earth. For what they believe is what they will become.
Never judge people who have little to nothing, as one day you may find yourself having nothing at all.
Whether you have a Maserati or BMW, the road remains the same. Whether you travel economy class, business class, your destination doesn't change. Whether you have a Titan or a Rolex, the time is the same. There is nothing wrong in dreaming a luxurious life. What needs to be taken care of is not let need become greed, because needs can always be met, but greed can never be fulfilled.
The beauty of the world lies in the diversity of its people.
People were created to be loved. Things were created to be used. The reason the world is in chaos is because things are being loved and people are being used.
But the most beautiful things in life are not things. They are people and places, memories and pictures, their feelings and moments and smiles and laughter.
Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words. Gratitude is shown in acts.
Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it sorely on their accounts. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and women, things cannot be acquired by vegetating in one's little corner of the earth all one's lifetime.
It is our responsibility to maintain this hope. So this is what we want you to do right where you are. Stand, fathers of the human family.
Stand, mothers of the human family.
Stand, brothers of the human family.
Stand, sisters of the human family.
Stand, children of the human family.
Take the hand of the person next to you.
Hold hands and say, we are a part of the human family. Repeat, we are a part of the human family. One more time, from the depths of your heart. We are a part of the human family. Now say amen,
Amen
and Ashe. Thank you for listening, and may you be blessed.